Well, there's no going back now, is there? You join us exactly where you left us last time. And I've got it on pause because we have, I don't know how long left for Ajantus's strength potion, which has been pretty instrumental in this little raid, and of course Immelwyn's thieving abilities. Some spells seem to have really sort of turned the tide for us as well, particularly Spook on that 2000 XP character, who then yielded the full plate armour for Ajantus, who is now -5 with the sword. And I think I went on about the extra armour class conferred against missile weapons, which is certainly very helpful in the bandit camp. Now, we're outside Tazok's tent. We want to find Tazok. That bloodlust is up in the party. I think we're just going to go right on in there. Well, sort of. We're going to,
with Helm's blessing,
position ourselves outside. We need you up there, Viconia.
Nanatha.
But you may have seen from, remembered in the last episode, that Alwyn levelled up. And that puts him in line for a increase in level in Cleric. So let's do that, because we might as well take the... I mean, we're not going to rest and get the spells, but certainly we'll get the hit points. And any Thaco reduction, etc. So... okay, we get an extra proficiency slot. Now, this is interesting. Well, sort of. Tempted to get another weapon. The problem is, I'm not sure about the minimum strength requirements for some of these, so... I mean, the sword and shield style is just a bit dull, really. A -2 bonus against missile weapons. I mean, you know, it's fine and all, but you sort of feel with a different weapon that we might... you know, there might be a weapon with a certain ability which would be very useful. We can actually do 2 weapon style, which is absolutely... I'm not a massive fan of it anyway. I just think it should be something which... I don't know. I know that the drow specialise in 2 weapon, but now just any old gnome can do it. It just seems a cheapening of a very sort of, to me, a very sort of specialised and quirky thing. That everyone can wield 2 weapons. I suppose people will like choice, don't they? But I don't know. It just seems ridiculous. Can you imagine Alwyn dual wielding maces or something? Some of you might say, "Oh, that'd be really cool," but no, no, not for me. I really don't know what to do. Problem is the minimum strength thing. I think maces, you don't need much strength to wield, so we could go mace. I think flails, possibly you need a bit more strength, but I just can't remember at this stage, to be honest. Club, no. Quarterstaff would be good, but you sort of think, well, we've got other mage type people in the party. I'm going to go mace. Am I? No. I'm going to go sword and shield style for now. Maybe if we see something cool, we can get it. And I know we're not going to get many proficiency slots going forward, but anyway. Oh, it's done that thing, hasn't it? Ah, good. Yes. Okay. Right. Oh, no. Yeah, yes. Here we go. Okay, fine. Right, this is what we get. 5 hit points. That's pretty good, isn't it? 1 weapon proficiency, which will go in sword and shield. Some saving throws have been reduced. That's rather nice. Petrification and polymorph, paralysis, poison, and death. Thaco reduced by 2, which is what you get when you're a mage of the 4th level, as we've seen with. Sorry, a cleric of the 4th level, as we've seen with Viconia. And a couple of extra spells. Excellent. I'll just knock a couple of spells in the book now, just because I'll get a Cure Light Wounds and possibly not great, are they? Some of these some of these spells. I don't think Draw on Holy Might. See, what was quite an exciting start to this game has become sort of a bit of a trawl through some levelling up stuff. Right. Let's go. I'm just tempted to see how it works, really. Strength, Constitution, and Dexterity. Look, I mean, Dexterity increase is not going to go amiss, so we'll take it just to see how it works. Draw upon Holy Might. There we go. I might change it when I rest. Anyway, Alwyn is now on 26 hit points, and with the sling, 15 Thaco, with the Warhammer 16. So pretty good, really. I mean, Imwen's only down on. She's on 16 Thaco with her sword, so it's pretty good. Right, speaking of Imwen.
I am gone.
Right, I need her to hide in shadows. Because I'm afraid, people, we're not just going to blunder in there, or are we? We're not just going to blunder in there, we're going to try to. We're in shadow here, come on. I'm going to try to see who's in there. Okay. Where's Tazok? Venkt, Britic, and Raymon.
I've done had enough of this.
Tazok? Hacked. Tazok. Who are you? Ender Sai. Who little fists? Chill by force of arms. Black Talon Mercenary Guild. Okay, so these are the goons that have been hired by, well, Tazok, I suppose, to raid various caravans, etc. Okay. Right. Out you come, Imwen.
I am gone.
Right. We're going to go in. Or rather, we're going to go in slightly undercover. Jantis is invisible. Right.
This way.
Let the buffing commence. Ajantis. Protection from evil. Viconia. Chant. Alwyn. Bless. Right. Right. Imwen in.
I am gone.
Jantis in.
With Helm's blessing.
Jantis.
Yeah!
Back here. I think what we'll do, that mage looks rather,
This way.
or it's a mage looking character, this one. So we'll get Alwyn behind Venkt, and this guy's got a bow, so we'll get a Jantis
With
behind him.
Helm's blessing.
We now need... Right. Pause. Okay. I'm now going to bring the rest of the crew in.
Jalcales?
If I must.
Hopefully with Viconia
Kalas na.
at the front.
How may I be of assistance? What is it this time?
Okay.
Na na.
In we go.
Sorry, friend, but you've got a date down under.
Oh. Wasn't really expecting these guys to be friendly, and well, let's see what happens. Is there anything we can do now? Might as well start casting horror, I think. Zar?
Again you disturb me.
Okay. Right, let's see what happens. I don't care who you are, no one's to enter Tazok's tent under penalty of death. Raymond. He requested that we retrieve his files and documents and deliver them to him as soon as possible. I don't mind a little bit of cunning, but no, it's completely apropos of nothing, really, that. So all we have to say is, then come at me, for I've no intention of turning back. Go on, Alwyn. You can take these. Come on. You dead little worms.
You're a queer fellow.
Stab him. Jantis. Stab him. Ender Sai is not hostile still. Britic. Viconia. Club him. Alwyn, blind the knoll. Edwin. Charm the knoll? Actually, no. Minor drain the mage, because he's going to start casting something. Zar has only got flame left.
I could do no other.
Move there then, and we might be able to flame this guy. Okay, let's go. Oh my god, Venkt took 39 damage from Immerwin, and he's still standing. Albeit near death. Hopefully this minor drain will kill him off. Okay, they're horrified. Immerwin, plus 1 arrow on that guy, please. Zar, you can flame that guy. Edwin. Well, just attack basically.
My blade will go.
Hactor's already got morale failure running because he took a massive 25 damage hit from a Jantis.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Brutal Ajantis. Right, let's start taking these other guys now.
For sure! What you want?
Imowen. He's gone. Next.
Your worthless lives end here.
Olza, Jean-Claes.
Oh, yes! Zar with a critical hit. Wowzer. Quick save, please. Well, I love it when a plan comes together, to quote a phrase. That was rather good, wasn't it? Imowen and Ajantis, who have been absolutely instrumental in this whole raid, have come up trumps again. Ajantis destroyed Hacked, who had the bow, so that's why I wanted him to take him out. And of course Imowen got a 39 damage hit on the maid and then just finished off with a spell from Edwin, and obviously with them all being buffed, etc., they were just deadly, really. My gosh. I mean, how much was that mage worth? Zard, nice to see Zard get the killing blow with a 10 damage shot on the Knoll. Brittig. Raymond was 1200. Edwin got the kill there. Nice one, Edwin. Hacked was 750, so he was the least. He took a 25 hit and then a 20 hit from Ajantis. The strength potion is still going, by the way. That's I'd pay good money for another one of those, I tell you. Viconia levelled up in that, and Venkt was 900. And of course the horror spell from Tsar was rather effective, wasn't it?
As you will.
Right, Mr. Endersai, I don't suppose...
Not stand by while this party descends into depravity.
Don't really want to anger Ajantis while he's on 21 strength, do we? Right.
As you will.
Now, Mr. Endersai, I don't suppose you'll be in any position to...
my time.
My honor, as you will.
Yes, to defy us. Tazok wasn't in Tazok's tent, so where the hell is he? Endersai, can you tell us?
Troubled times are upon us.
It's time then, is it? Time for what? Explain yourself. My execution, what do you think? You're not with him, are you, though? No, I'd spell his rancid breath on you if you were. You're right, we're not Tazok's lackeys. What's going on here? Ah, you're not. Well, this whole place is dirty to the core, that's what's going on. These aren't your ordinary bandits, they're part Black Talons and part Chill. Chill being the demi-human band, mostly hobgoblins, and led by that creepy smart one, Adenor Crush. Oh yeah, about him. There be others elsewhere, like that priest Mullahay sent to poison the mines. Oh yeah, about him. Set himself up as a kobold god, returned, and legions of the brainless barking fools believed him, ready to do his bidding till death do they part. Okay, so the Chill are, yes, the hobgoblin type people. And I guess the Black Talon are the human type people. So this guy looks like he might have some good info here. I didn't realise Mullahay was set himself up as a kobold god, though. Mullahay's dead. He was working for Tazok, I understand. Question is, who's Tazok working for? Well, the question is, who's Tazok, I think would be... Well, no, I suppose it is a fair question. But I still want to know who Tazok is. Who's Tazok working for? That's the Trixie, Crush, and Torgoz Kosan. Yeah, about him. Leader of, oh, he was the leader of the Black Talons. We killed the leader of the Black Talons and the leader of the Chill, which is rather impressive, isn't it? Both think he's getting orders from the Zents, and Tazok doesn't do much to discourage that particular line of thinking. But the Black Talons and Chill are bandit groups, see? They ply the trade routes, avoid the cities, and that's where they go wrong. I'm from the Gate, and I can tell you dead as leather that the Zentarim aren't behind this. Okay, so it's not the Zentarim. How can you be so sure? A desire for silence isn't the only reason I wear soft-soled boots. I wear them so I can tell whose toes I'm treading on. I didn't mess with no Zentarim. I picked my enemies and I messed up with one group, and one group only, the Iron Throne. See, that's the second mention of the Iron Throne, isn't it? Which have hitherto not really been... just readjusting myself, I do apologise. Who have hitherto not really been mentioned again. But they were mentioned by the group of mercenaries who tried to take us out outside the Nashkel mines exit. So the Iron Throne apparently are behind the bandits. And right as rain, here I am as Tazok's personal prisoner. You do the math. The Iron Throne, where can I find them? Tazok's been making regular visits to Cloakwood, so that's where I'd start if I were you. There are some documents in that chest that might be worth taking a look at too. Now, go step on some toes, alright? And you can tell them Ender Sai sent you. Oh, God, right. A hidden base in the Cloakwood. Blimey, has that text got even smaller? Right. We went to get answers, and yeah, the Tazok's not here. And might be in somewhere called Cloakwood. Let's just have a look at the old journal. Things grow darker here, darker than I thought possible. In Tazok's tent, I came across a prisoner named Ender Sai. If he speaks true, and I suspect the documents in Tazok's chest that he mentioned will show he does, the bandits are being played as pawns by a power group called, tellingly enough, the Iron Throne. Tazok's orders are coming from some base of theirs within the Cloakwood, and I have little doubt that it is there that I must journey next if I wish to peel back the next layer of this mystery. Something still seems very wrong in this. It haunts me, dancing endlessly along the periphery of my thoughts. What it is, however, I know not. Oh, Alwyn. There is... Okay. Doesn't really seem like this journey has been quite what Alwyn wanted. We wanted some... I suppose we have got some answers, but we just wanted someone to... just to speak to as I say, try and get out of this, but no. Just another layer to unpick. Let's have a look in this chest, because they said that there'd be some documents in there that would help. So, let's go in there. Oh, right. Oh. Right, this is not a swearing Let's Play, okay? But, you know, there's times when I think I might sort of relax the rules a little. Right. Note to self, check everything for traps. Tazok, you absolute... I mean, the worst thing is the fact that there are two strongest characters, and Viconia's magic resistance might just have saved her life there. There are 2 strongest characters, and I've got to try and haul this plate mail back to somewhere where they can be resurrected. Not only that, but there's a ton of bodies to loot, and chests and all that kind of thing. Actually, there's not a ton of bodies to loot, is there? I've looted. Well, there's some in here, but I've looted most of the good bodies. Oh, for God's sake, that's so annoying. Right. Everyone, check for traps. Talk about the bloody horse already bolting. Anyway, Edwin has decided to pipe up at this moment. Okay. You show great taste in clothing, young thief. Your fashion sense could someday grow to equal mine. Granted, plenty of exercise and careful study, of course. You really like my outfit? Really? It's funny. Nobody else seems to. Nonsense, child. Mindless blabber brought on by envy and nothing more. You may trust my judgment and flawless taste. Most assuredly, pink is not quite as impressive as red, but it is a very good place to start. I don't know, Edwin. I don't really like red all that much. Dearest Immerman, allow for some more time. Indeed, red on one so young and not of noble Favian descent would hardly be befitting now. Red is the colour of colours, the summit of style, and the pinnacle of elegance. Of course, being of such tender years, you might not see it yet, but despair not. I have high hopes for you. Sure, Edwin, whatever you say. Okay, well, to be honest, Edwin's about as pleasant to him as anyone else, so more pleasant, certainly. Right, let's check for traps. There's a real frame drop out here, I'm afraid. I think that might have something to do with all the bodies, I don't know. Anyway. Okay, let's just quick save. Doesn't appear to be anything. Oh. 2,000 gold! Spells! Good spells. Thinking Cloud? Yes! Agnazar's Scorcher, recognise that one. And Horror. And some gauntlets.
Mongering riffraff.
Oh, that's a Jantus's body. Gauntlets. Okay. Right, what was in this chest? Letter. Tazok. I hope that everything moves along smoothly. I have written to give you instructions from our superiors. I have been told that a small band of mercenaries might cause the Iron Throne some trouble in the future. You are to ensure that they don't live to upset our operations. Obtain the services of the assassin Nimble. He should serve you well. Daveon. Daveon. I'll say Daveon, okay? That's what I'm going to roll with. Daveon. So he ordered the hit on Alwyn through Nimble. From our superiors. So Tazok is not the superior, and Daveon, who asked Tazok to do something, isn't the superior. So who's Daveon and who's. Well, I'm still asking who Tazok is. Tazok. I hope that everything. Tazok. I have noticed that your shipments of iron have slowed of late. It is imperative that we receive another ton of ore. Step up your raids and get a shipment to our base in Cloakwood within the next week. We need to stockpile as much ore as possible before our ultimatum is given. Also, Seravok. Okay, that's another name. Seravok wants to know what has happened with the band of mercenaries. Have they been killed? You had better ensure that they have been, as Seravok will not take kindly to any other news. The band of mercenaries being Alwyn and his gang. Is it? Yes. Okay, so someone above Tazok and Daveon, called Seravok, wants Alwyn dead. This is not great news, is it, for poor Alwyn? Not great news at all. Probably a little overwhelming in a way. Do you know what these are, Alwyn? No.
Mullahay and Tazok have proven to be nothing more than puppets. The true master of this unfolding mystery continues to elude you. One thing is certain. Someone has taken a very personal interest in seeking your death. Though why, you are not sure. Your search for answers continues, and the foreboding Cloakwood Forest is your next target.
Tazok is a puppet, but that being the case, he still eludes us. He still eludes us. Right, I'll just pause it here. I'll quick save it here, and I'll sort of bring you back in when I've decided what on earth to do with you know, with all this stuff that we need to get back, and yeah, exactly how we're going to do it, because we've got a whole bandit camp to loot as well. So just have to have a think about that one. Right, back again. I've just reread that note to Devayon, or from Devayon, I should say. And one thing I overlooked was the fact that he referred to an ultimatum following a stockpiling of iron ore. So obviously they've crippled the mines, were raiding iron ore coming into the region, and were also stockpiling iron ore, presumably to, I don't know, perhaps be to build up some sort of bargaining position or something. Clearly quite a large conspiracy. And I suppose one wonders, you know, this must be quite a powerful group to be able to sort of pull off something like this and actually be quite successful at it, until Alwyn rocked up and kind of urinated on their cornflakes in that regard. So how significant that particular detail on the ultimatum is, I've no idea, but I feel I kind of overlooked it a little bit there. So Viconia has levelled up in that battle, and she will now be a level 5, so only old Imoen can match her in terms of level at the moment. So let's do that. Level 5 cleric. Right, and yeah, look at that. Additional pre-spells at level 3. 1 spell. 4 hit points, that's not great at all, really, for a cleric. On the lower side of average, I guess. And lore is increased by 1. So yeah, so Viconia is still on 28 hit points, which, you know, for a cleric isn't great, really. But never mind, we do have an extra level 2. It's always a bit painful finding interesting things for level 2 spells, I find. Let's go for a whole person for now. But we get all of this, level 3. Wow, I haven't looked at any of these, but oh, buffing everyone's strength to 18/75. That's pretty impressive. Rigid thinking. Cool. Remove paralysis. That's pretty useful. Ghoul's touch. We've been we've been kind of foiled by the touch of a ghoul in the past. Remove curse. That's looks pretty rubbish. Protection from fire. Miscast magic. That's not too bad. I wonder how that compares to silence. Invisibility purge. That might be useful if a little situational. Holy smite. See, this was randomly in her level 3 spells anyway. Positive energy plane to open a channel. The result is that any evil creatures. Oh god, that's not very good for Viconia, is it? Within the spell's area of effect, take 1d4 points of damage per level of the caster, or half damage upon a successful saving throw. So 5 times d4 could be up to 20 damage, but possibly as low as 10 at this rate. They're also blinded from. Well, that's pretty good. Glyph of warding. Blimey, look at all this. Cure medium wounds, 14 hit points, cured. Dispel magic, removes magical effects upon anyone within the area. That's pretty good. Oh, there's a lot to read, isn't there? Cure disease. Animate dead. Ah, yes. So we can summon skeletons. This causes a skeleton warrior to rise and serve the caster under any conditions. Type of skeleton warrior that appears depends on the level of the caster. Level of the priest casting the spell. 1st to 6th, 3 HD of skeleton warrior wielding a longsword. Not bad. 5 HD, 7 HD, 15th and up. A 9 HD skeleton warrior wielding a 2-handed sword +1. Oh. I think we'll go for that, just for now. That looks quite nice. Strength of 1 looks really good. Especially with Viconia and Alwyn, who haven't really got any strength at all. And that would still be brilliant for Ajantis, who's got strength 17. So, maybe that, actually. I quite like the idea of having a minion. I think Alwyn would be a big minion man, you know? Yeah, I think he'd like to summon people to do the dirty work. Anyway, that's good. Apart from the hit points thing. So what I've done is I've looted the bodies of Ajantis and Zar.
You have but to ask.
So there's not really anything left on them particularly. I'll take those bullets +1. And what I've been doing is just popping them in this chest. So you can see Ajantis' full plate armour is in there. He had another set of plate mail. It's all in there. And
I shall attend to it in a trice.
May darkness prevail.
We'll take the helmet actually. So what we're going to do is try to get back to Beregost, raise Zar and Ajantis. Then we'll have to come back to the bandit camp to kind of mop up.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Which is a bit of a chore. But in the meantime, let's have a look at the bodies of some of these guys who we've taken out. That is just Ajantis' body, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so this was hacked. Actually, just while I remember, I'm going to get 2 identifiers for Alwyn. Just because we've got a backlog of stuff to identify. Okay, gold. Oh, what's this? A longbow. And a grease spell. Oh, blast. Right.
Mutton mongering riffraff. This way.
Okay, and we'll just pop the scroll. Because what my thought is that the items could disappear just lying on the ground, but I think if they're in a chest, they'll just stay put, basically. So, oh yes, right. So what was that bow? Just a potentially magical bow. That would be excellent for Ajantis, wouldn't it? Right. Who's got the gem bag then? It's you, Viconia. Right. Okay.
This way.
Right, so then Brittick's body. Okay, he had fire opal ring and a bloodstone ring. Very nice. Venkt. Wow. 2 healing potions. Look at these spells. And a magical robe. That's blindness, that's friends. What on earth is that? Spell thrust. Don't know what it is, but I like the sound of it.
My actions are yours.
Spell thrust, a level 3 spell. Wow. When this spell is cast at a target creature, it will dispel all of the spell protections of the 5th level or lower. This includes minor spell deflection. Okay. So it takes down some wizard defences, basically. Okay, well. Yeah. Decent enough. Right, and this was it Raymond? Okay, so he was a bandit. He had a bandit scalp. And he had some of those ice arrows. Well, assuming that's what they are. They're the same graphic as the ice arrows. Right, just drop that off. Edwin. Actually, I think we can take the scalps, can't we? Did I drop the scalps off? No. We want to try and take as much stuff as we can, actually, don't we? So take the sword. Ugh. Can anyone carry it without being encumbered? Yes, Alwyn can. Excellent. Okay. So I think that's everyone looted. We just need to loot the containers. What was in that barrel? Ooh, potion of magic blocking. And this one? 340 gold, thank you very much. Okay. Right.
Now, Nartha.
I'm just going to poke Imowen outside a minute.
I've done had enough of this.
Okay.
I've done had enough of this.
I think we've looted these bodies. Oh, no, we haven't. There's another one. Okay. Right.
Kalas Na.
Let's get the rest of them out.
Now, Nartha.
Apparently we do need to loot these bodies. Okay. So what I'm going to do
May darkness prevail.
is... Oh, there's gold everywhere in this place. Yeah, I'm just going to find... Right. I kind of feel like we need to rest before we set off. Which in some ways is a bit... Oh, right, this is a bit dangerous, just lurking around these parts.
I'm gone.
Any enemies up here? I'm just worried that if we just go back to Beregoth, we're going to get waylaid. We've got not very many spells. And, yeah, I just feel like we need to...
May darkness prevail.
we do need to rest, so that's what we're going to do. Okay. And then we're going back to Beregost. So, hopefully we won't be
Night Singer, give me
I shall attend to it in a
power.
trice.
interrupted. Hopefully. Okay. Right. I'll see you back in Beregost unless we get waylaid on the way. Right, here goes nothing. Or shall we do the friendly arm? Let's do the friendly arm. It's quicker. Okay. Right. I'll kind of see you in the inn, but I think I just want to, because we've got a couple of identify scrolls now, or spells, I just want to get a couple of these things identified that we've found. And I think first we'll go for this Warhammer. Okay, Warhammer +1, that's good. If only, I mean, Alwyn's already got a Warhammer +2, and this one. Okay, 2 Warhammers +1. Alright, we'll I'll bring you back once we've
May darkness prevail.
well, actually no, let's go round, come round with me, because I've got something to say. Yeah, it basically concerns the I mean, I will sort of brief you in on Alwyn's view on it all, of course, but the note, I suppose, from Devayon to Tazok has already kind of led us one step ahead already, hasn't it? Really, it's already suggested that Tazok is taking orders from Devayon, who himself is taking orders from Saravok, another named person. So we've already jumped up a couple of stages up the chain of command. The chain of command of the Iron Throne. And we haven't even found Tazok yet. So we kind of Tazok's already been portrayed as a puppet. But, you know, we haven't even sort of managed to get anything out of him, which is what Alwyn was ultimately hoping to do. And Alwyn will know this, but he's still having palpitations from the trap on that chest, to be honest, that, you know, claimed the life of 2 of his party members, and it could have easily been him. Just at the moment where he, you know, that was just at the time where he needed to sort of take a pause and take everything in, and that goes and happens. Well, such is life for him, I'm afraid. I think the thing that's making Alwyn's head spin is the fact that he was targeted before he even got in.
Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Ah. Well, Elminster has interrupted me. Elminster, the wizard of some note. Well met, young one. I trust that thou art well. I have heard many things about thee in the past few 10 days, and I am most impressed. Oh, God. Words travelling, is it? The pleasure is all yours, I am most assured. Are you following me, old man? And what have you heard? All good things, I hope. That would depend on whom thou would ask, now wouldn't it? For the most part, it would appear that thine actions are well intentioned, and are therefore received as such, much as I would have done, though perhaps not using the same method. Likely the clues also point thee in the same direction I would go. Okay. Alwyn's not going to turn down a little bit of counsel from old Elminster, is he now? I am certain of where I must go, but perhaps I should confer with you, just to be sure. As thou hast no doubt determined, the clues seem to point towards the Cloakwood Forest. Yes. Yes. Intelligence 19, Elminster. He's got intelligence 19. It is likely that the scoundrels behind the bandits have some sort of base within the wood. The scoundrels behind the bandits. Of course, I am only telling thee things that thou dost already know. Good luck on thy travels, young one. Be wary as well, for thou art making powerful enemies, both here and within thyself. I am sorry I cannot speak more plainly on this matter, but events must unfold as they will, without any meddling from this old man. Well, Elminster, I must say, you're not exactly bringing much to the party, are you, in terms of help and knowledge? Just kind of repeating what the game has already told me, but always nice to meet a wizard in a pointy hat, isn't it? Once again, I've run into Elminster, and once again he's expressed an interest in my well-being that I find puzzling. He made a cryptic remark about making powerful enemies within myself. Like all wizards, he speaks in riddles. Enemy within thyself.
Now, Nartha.
Well, Minster did rather cut me off there, but let's raise old Ajantis, shall we? What sort of cures do you have available? Not so much cures, more kind of bring people back from the dead. How about that, Gilana? Oh, 900 gold. 600 gold for Tsar. Okay, let's get him back from the dead. Come on. I suppose we do have to do a Jantis, don't we? Oh, resurrection I was looking at. 600 gold just for the raised dead. That's fine. Ah, boys.
I will not stand by while this party descends into depravity.
Oh dear. It had to be, didn't it? It had to be. Okay, Ajantis, look. I'll admit things haven't got better since you've been dead, but
My honor is my life.
Right. So, as I was saying before, I was interrupted by Mr. Cryptic Elminster. Yeah, I mean he was targeted before he got involved in the Iron Crisis, so more or less where we are now, the first assassin came by and tried to take us out. If he was a target then, what's the price going to be now? He's trashed their little mining conspiracy and kind of completely done over their little bandit summer camp. He's not going to be particularly popular. And obviously Alwyn's party is being mentioned in this correspondence, so it's obviously something at the forefront of their minds. So, I should have brought the bracers back, shouldn't I? Never mind. Hopefully we can get there without being waylaid. Is that all we've got to give poor old Ajantis? Did we not bring anything more use back? No. Oh, we've got his shield. There you go. There you go. He's got a 9 armor class. That's fine. Did we bring his little net? We bought his amulet, didn't we? Didn't we? No. Anyway, let's go and sell a load of stuff.
As you will.
Yeah, so...
As you will.
So yeah, as I was saying, I haven't thought about it too much, really. There's obviously those unanswered questions and the intrigue.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
And I certainly haven't really thought about it too much from Alwyn's point of view. Dawn, he's still going. Who else have we got in here? Dying a hair. Yoo-hoo, Edwin. And Khalid and Jaheira. Ah. Seems like ages since we've seen all these guys. I'm not sure if Alwyn... I don't know. Maybe Alwyn would go over for a chat. They didn't leave on bad terms as such. Anyway. Being distracted here. So yes. I haven't really thought about what all this means from the point of view of Alwyn. And in a sense I don't think it matters particularly because, well, Alwyn would be doing what he's doing now. I.e. mopping up, getting... Oh, sorry, I'll sell that colour spray, I think. Yeah, just getting everything in order. That would be his main concern at this stage. Just getting everything... Oh, Warhammers are 750 each. There you go. That pays for the resurrections at least. I'll sell the Harrower as well. I don't think we really need it. I think I was going to, I just forgot. What's the Potion of Fortitude again? Constitution 18? Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I just think this is exactly what he would be doing. It would be quite orderly and... yeah. Open container. It'd be quite orderly. Get this. This is all he can really think about at the moment. Just get everything sold. See where we are. I don't think he wants to think about it just yet. So yeah, I think that's where we are. And the fact we've got to go back on the road. Ah, there we go. We've got the amulet there. We can get that out. Oh, the Fire Opal Ring, 250 gold. Thank you very much. Zircon Gem, Lynxeye Gem. Yeah, just that's all that's really occupying his mind at the moment. There could still be some beasties lurking around in the bandit camp. There's a few sort of tents and things, so... yeah... I think that's probably going to be our next port of call. We'll rest here. Oh, 8 armour class. We shall rest here. Get everyone back to normal. Yeah, we're going to go back to the bandit camp. We're going to clear it out. We're going to loot it for everything that it's got. And then we're going to see if Alwyn can make sense of it all. Until next time.